Micah Frankel, CageMinds.com. We're at Perez Boxing Gym. Abraham Perez joining us. Third year in a row, you're making it to nationals. So first off, sir, how are you feeling and how excited are you about next week, a week of boxing?
I feel really good about it. Not much is affecting me over with the weight, because I feel really good, and I feel like I feel pretty strong. I feel like I'll make it.
So how do you make it to nationals?
To make it to nationals, you start from state, which means that you fight everyone that's in your state. From after state, you end up advancing to regionals, which is like three other states within your region. So our region would be Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico. So all those 4 states, they end up competing together and they fight. And whoever wins in their weight division in regionals advances to nationals. So people from other regions get to fight in nationals.
So how good does that feel, and where does that put you at, for you, having won these, the state, the regionals already now, 3 years, that's a huge accomplishment in of its own self.
Yeah, well, it feels pretty great. It feels good. Like within the years, you gain experience too, and then you also gain recognition of it too. So it's more the experience that I'm looking for. It's pretty good. I like it.
And the experience, but what is your goal as an amateur?
My goal is to make it pro, make it in the pros.
And then wait, before you go pro though, would there be any Olympic dreams, or with the new rule changes, does it matter?
Oh, well, so I guess with the rule changes, like kind of making the pros end up going back into the Olympics, it's kind of not giving the upcomers, the amateur upcomers, a chance so that way they can make it. Because all eyes are going to end up being on the pros instead of people are just going to start making an upcomer. But before I go pro, I'd like to do the Olympics first.
And then is that something, you eat, sleep, breathe boxing, it's Perez Boxing Gym. Has the Olympics been something, you've looked up to, or has it been always just being a pro?
Well, it's been the Olympics too, pretty much. Like it's kind of, breathing boxing too. It's almost 6 days a week at the gym. And then at home too, is sometimes always get my run on.
And what is it like, the family atmosphere? You, your brother, your dad, your uncle, everyone in the family is in this gym. So what's that like, that family togetherness and hobby, I guess, or life?
Hobby and life. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it shows all the support that they have for me and that I have for them too. So that's it.
And then you already mentioned it, wanting to go pro. Are we springing that on your dad? Did we just slide that in the interview, or have you guys already discussed this?
Yeah, we discussed it. We're talking about going pro and all that, but I think for me to go pro is like in another 5 years.
How many amateur fights have you had? How long have you been boxing, actually? I forgot to jump in that one. How long have you been boxing? It's just a natural question.
I've been boxing since I was 4.
So since you were 4,
yeah.
Was it walking and you picked up gloves right away? They put them on you?
Basically, yeah. And I have 38 fights.
So 38 fights, 5 years. Where are you hoping to be? Like, how many amateur fights are you expecting to have in that time?
I would have probably had a little bit more amateur fights, but when I was about 6, I ended up quitting for like 2 years. And I came back when I was 9.
Is there a risk versus reward with how many amateur fights you take on?
Say that again?
A risk versus reward, having, running your body too hard before you get there, too many rounds, or is it not really, it's just all gaining experience?
I say it's all gaining the experience, because with it, like working your body too hard, I do believe in that, but like you also gain your good condition off of it. But yeah, working your body too hard, say like if you're already drained and you're feeling like you're just blacked out or something, you kind of got to stop it, water, some stuff like that. So.
Been boxing your whole life. Who are some of the guys though you look up to that you try to emulate?
I really don't know.
You don't really know, you kind of just let it get in there and it flows?
That's it. I mean, I guess my brother's, he kind of motivates me too. he's a good motivation for me. I kind of somewhat looked up to him.
And then inside, in your style in the ring, are there guys that you try to pick up stuff from?
Not really. Not really. I just go in. Just try to stay as active. Just try to stay as active as I can.
And then for you, for your boxing style, is it just something, it's natural because you've been doing it so long?
It's pretty natural, yeah. I've been doing it for a good while. It's natural. I've been trying to go southpaw too, so I've been trying that. So
Doing different things, always improving?
trying different things, yeah.
You go to the Nationals, you come back victorious. How big would that be?
That'll be nice. that'll be real good. And it'd be really beneficial for me too. It'll motivate me a little bit more to just keep going. So I'm looking forward to winning the Nationals. Yeah.
And then for you, for the Nationals, talking about a bunch of days of tournament, how big do you expect this to be for your weight class? How many times should you be fighting?
I expect to fight for the full week. For the last 2 years, it's been pretty big brackets, but I'd say last year I had to set out for one day and then go back to compete against the other people. But I think this year I should have a full bracket.
You look up at the pros, or even most of your amateur run, you train for one fight. So what do you do to get prepared for a week of random matchups?
So to get prepared for the week for the matchups, you kind of gotta lose the weight first. So once you lose the weight, you kind of basically have it. As long as you have it mentally, you have it all the way. Most of it's 90% mental, 10% physical. So that's it.
And what kind of mentality do you head in? Do you head in with an aggressive mentality, thinking you want to get some guys out of there because it's going to be a long week?
Kinda, yeah. I kind of get a little bit of that. But I also get the mentality of like, let's just go. Let's see what happens from here.
Then it's a big week next week. I got to thank you for the time for the interview. Anybody you need a shout out to? You need to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank my dad. Everyone that I've been mostly involved with that's supported me here, my tío, just everyone in the gym too, they support me and I support them too equally. Yeah, shout out to all.